What up, Broncos country? Welcome back to the channel. So we got a lot to talk about. First day of free agency started yesterday. Second day of free agency started today. I'm going to be recapping all the moves the Denver Broncos have made so far. So I was going to make this video yesterday, but the Broncos made one move, so I was like, well, they're kind of quiet. So I'm going to wait till tomorrow, see if they do anything else, which they did. So we're just going to put them both together. Anyways, y'all see with the shirt, something I get referred to a lot. You know, I had to get me a shirt of it. Anywho, all right. So, day one, Denver Broncos right away re-signed two of their own. They brought back fullback / tight end Andrew Beck for a one-year deal, and offensive tackle Calvin Anderson for a one-year deal. I like Andrew Beck. He's not bad. He'll catch some passes, decent blocker, and fairly cheap deal. So I think that's fair. And I know he's a guy that they like. And then Calvin Anderson, swing tackle. He could play left tackle, right tackle. I thought he did a pretty good job last year. And same with him. Fairly cheap deal. And he's the only Bronco player to ever respond to me on Instagram. So welcome back, Calvin Anderson. So I like the dude. They also brought back offensive lineman. Or no, they did not bring this guy back. This was their literal first free agent signing. Basically for depth. I don't know if he's good or not. Never seen him play. But they signed offensive lineman Ben Brandon to a one-year deal. I think he's a former Packer. Has a connection with Nathaniel Hackett. So probably just a depth move there, which is good because offensive line for this team is going to be really important. They're going to have to get guys that, if an injury happens, that can come in, keep Russ upright. So the big signing that they made, their first big signing they made was getting the defensive tackle from the San Francisco 49ers, DJ Jones, on a 3-year deal. He's 27. He's one of the best run stoppers in the league. In my opinion, I like this move a lot. I think it's a fair deal. I forgot the exact cost of it, but Denver definitely needed a guy that could stop the run. I think Mike Purcell, just the injuries, he's never really been the same player. And, I like this a lot. Got to get that defensive line built up, stop the run, and we got pretty good corners. So, but we still need to sign a corner. They might do that tomorrow. I'll have a recap for that if they do. But I really like the sign. He's only 27, man. I mean, he's going into the prime of his years. I think he's like a player that's, trending up. As last year might have been the best season of his career. So he finally got paid. I want to say 3 years, $30 million, but I'm not 100% sure. You guys might have to quote me on that. And then day two, well, I guess before we go to day two, they also tendered some Bronco player. They tendered Brett Rippon to one-year tender, PJ Locke, who's a cornerback, to a one-year deal, and then Jonas Griffith to a one-year deal as a linebacker. I thought he played really well when a lot of our linebackers went down last year. So, all right, on to day two. Early in the morning, Randy Gregory was basically told, or not told, but there was reports that Randy Gregory signed back with the Dallas Cowboys. 5 years, $70 million. And I was like, all right, so that's a linebacker off the board. We're going to have to find another edge rusher, which a lot of people want Chandler Jones, and a lot of people want Von Miller, me included. But, somehow Randy Gregory spurns the Cowboys last minute and chooses to sign with the Broncos for the same deal. 5 years, $70 million, and $28 million guaranteed, which it could be a good signing and it could be a bad signing. We were just going to have to find out. I mean, he's got 2 years to prove that he could be a good edge rusher for this team, or not, because after the second year is over, the team has an option where they can pay him $14 million the next season and keep paying him $14 million until that 5-year contract is over. Or after the 2-year mark, they give him that $28 million guaranteed. If it's not working out, then you get rid of him. But I hope it works out. He's had some marijuana problems. He's been suspended, I think, a total of 54 games, which is insane. It's kind of alarming, but the Broncos wanted to take the risk, and they're going to hope that it rewards them. So I hope it works out. We need somebody across from Bradley Chubb. And one thing about this is Randy Gregory's never played a full season. Not even last year, the best season of his career. And the most sacks he's had in a season is 6, but obviously he didn't play all the games last year. I think he played 12 of 17 or something like that. But what kind of confuses me about this is the Dallas Cowboys run a 4-3 defense, okay? The Denver Broncos run a 3-4 defense, so I'm kind of interested to see how he's going to fit in with this team, unless the Broncos are going to change to a 4-3, which could happen with the guy who they got from the Rams. I'm pretty sure the Rams run a 4-3. I could be wrong, but I don't know. We'll see how it works. I hope it works out because we need an edge rusher. We need somebody who can disrupt, cause havoc on the outside. I think with DJ Jones, who I'm really excited about, pressure coming up the middle, I think it's going to help out those guys on the edges a lot. But hopefully he can stay healthy. Hopefully he can play his first ever full season with the Denver Broncos. But, as for the signing, I'm not sure how I really feel about it. I'm not in love with it, but it's acceptable. We just got to see how it works out. All right? It could be good, could be bad. We hope for the best, but we'll see. After that, the Denver Broncos re-signed Josie Jewell to a 2-year deal for $11 million. So he's getting about $5.5 million per season. I think that's fair. Josie Jewell, he's a really great run stuffer, if you want to say that. He's good in run defense, but he kind of gets exposed in pass defense. Tight ends definitely expose him a little bit, is what I've noticed, which is one of his weaknesses in his game. But if he can improve on that, I think he's a decent linebacker, and I think they got him for a very fair price. And then the last deal they made of the day was they signed Eric Tomlinson, tight end from the Baltimore Ravens. I don't know much about him. He's probably going to compete for the backup tight end spot. But I don't know if he's really an offensive threat. I heard he's a really good blocking tight end, which is something that the Broncos have kind of lacked. Noah Fant wasn't the best blocking tight end. He was okay. And Alberto, he's all right at it as well. But getting a guy that can come in and block, I think that's good for the Broncos, especially when they want to pound the rock. So I'm definitely excited. A lot of under-the-radar free agents the Broncos are signing, which is a good thing. I don't like getting all the stars all the time. And I think everybody's, got a fair deal. I mean, the only one that's kind of sketchy is that Randy Gregory one. But I think he'll be fine as long as he can stay healthy and as long as he fits in with the defense, that is. But, if things go bad, they're $28 million out. Unlike the Juwan James signing that I don't want to talk about, because that was probably the worst signing in Colorado sports history. Arguably. I don't know. The Ian Desmond one. Ugh. Oh, that was bad. Okay. So that's basically everything that happened in day 1 and day 2 for the Broncos. Are they done? Probably not. Day 3, hoping that they can get a cornerback, whether it be re-signing Callan. I'd be okay with that. I think Callahan's good, but the only problem with Callahan is his availability. Okay, seems like he's always injured, so we just gotta see what happens. But reading a list here, free agents to watch for the Broncos before we wrap things up here. Darius Williams, cornerback Isaiah Oliver. That's a former Colorado Buff. I'd be okay with that. Jeff Gladney, cornerback. Bobby Wagner, I know that's a guy who a lot of Broncos fans want. Me included. I mean, that'd be pretty cool, but I feel like he's going to be a little too rich for the Broncos' blood. I don't think they're going to spend, that much money right now, because they could probably make very few more moves, and then they're going to have to get ready for the draft and save some money for that. But who knows? I mean, George Payton's definitely surprised a lot of us in good ways, so maybe he can work something out. D lineman Akeem Hicks, tight end Gerald Everett, offensive tackle Dennis Kelly, offensive tackle Billy Turner. I'm not 100% sure what the Broncos are going to do at right tackle. They'll probably most likely re-sign Bobby Massey to a cheap deal. I mean, I didn't think he did bad, but I don't know. We'll see. Running back Melvin Gordon. He's probably not coming back, but hey, maybe if he finds out his value's not that high, maybe he'll come back for what Peyton wants to give him. Cornerback Bryce Callahan. I'd be okay with re-signing, like I said. And then offensive tackle Bobby Massey. They probably will end up bringing him back at least. Denver has a lot of free agents that are not signed. I'm just going to go through the list. Kyle Fuller, Melvin Gordon, Bryce Callahan, Kareem Jackson. I heard they've been talking to Kareem Jackson, hoping that they could bring him back. I love me some KJack TV. All right. One more season of Kareem Jackson would be nice. Even though Caden Stearns, good young player, but I like me some KJ, man. So we'll see. We'll see what happens there. Linebacker Alexander Johnson. I don't think we're going to bring him back. Bobby Massey, Stephen Weatherly. Samar Steffen, Mike Ford, Cam Fleming, Eric Schaubert, Nate Hairston, Brett Jones, Micah Kaiser, Kenny Young. Hopefully we can bring him back for a one-year deal or so. I don't know. We'll see. Sean Williams, Deontay Spencer. He's definitely gone. Arian Killens, running back. Probably a practice squad guy. Outside linebacker Malik Reed. Did not know he was a free agent. I would hope we could bring him back, but we'll see. Austin Schultman and Natrez Patrick, linebacker. He's probably a practice squad as well. But anywho, I guess the only Bronco who's been signed by another team is Teddy Bridgewater. He went to the Miami Dolphins for a year. But yeah, so it's been an interesting first 2 days of free agency. I'm excited for tomorrow. Hopefully we can get a cornerback, maybe an offensive tackle, right tackle, please. I like our offensive line. I'm not so sure about Cushenberry, but he's young. Maybe he'll improve. And then right tackle, it's just a revolving door. We need to get a franchise right tackle. I don't know if we're going to do it in free agency, but hey, maybe Leo Collins from Dallas will be available. Not for trade, but I was hearing that he could be cut, and maybe we'll be in on that. So that would be awesome. Anywho, Broncos fans, leave your comments down below on who you want the Broncos to sign. Leave your thoughts on what you think of the signing so far. Anywho, hope y'all enjoyed. Hit the like button, subscribe if you're new. Other than that, stay safe, be good, don't fumble the football. Go Broncos, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.